Morning, everybody. Welcome back, Heather.
Hey,
nice
thanks.
to have
It's
you.
great to be back.
It's great to be with you. Now, with everything from shopping for gifts to watching your holiday budget, the stress can really add up and even start to leak into your relationship.
That's right. So to help us increase couples' joy and reduce the holiday stress, we bring in our relationship expert, Kat Roby. Kat,
Festive.
I love this. It's always such a pleasure to have you on, but I was telling you before the show even started, I feel like you chose this topic for me.
I did.
But you chose it for all of us busy people out there in relationships because the holidays are really a stressful time and that can kind of show up in our relationships. So talk a little bit about how that happens.
It can, yeah. Well, just when does it start now? You know,
Right.
Does it start at Valentine's Day now or Halloween or Thanksgiving? It just starts to get this snowball effect in our schedules, in expectations, party planning, saying yes or no to events. Schools might need help. You're as a parent, you've got different roles. Like, it just goes on and on. What are you going to spend? How many parties will you throw? Where are you going to spend the holidays? With your in-laws, with your family, with who?
Well, and you said a key word that I've found in my family and in my interactions is expectations.
Yeah.
You know, people go into something thinking that it's going to be an entirely different situation than they go into, or maybe it is really good, but for some reason they just feel like let down somehow, and it causes a lot of tension, it seems.
Yeah.
So how can people sort of manage their own expectations and overcome that?
I think just replacing the word expectations with appreciation might help. You know, getting you into the actual moment versus what you hoped the moment would have been or what the holiday should have looked like. Should is a big part here, right? We should do this, or it shouldn't look this way, or what will they think if we don't do X, Y, Z? Fill in all the blanks. But if we can learn to appreciate what we're investing in, what the holiday even means, why are we even celebrating?
Right.
Like, let's break it down a little bit into, we're here together. And
Yeah.
that's the important part. And yes, maybe we do need to do X and Y and Z. And oh, this thing broke along the way, or this person wasn't able to travel here. Okay, well, what is working? What can you appreciate about the situation? Or, you know, what can you be grateful for is another way of thinking about it instead of what's not working.
I love that. And I love that we're kind of really attacking what the issues are. What are the things that make us get into these disagreements and cause this stress in a relationship? I know for us, a lot of it is our calendars are crazy busy, both of us. Yeah. But there are still, you know, the holiday decorations need to go up and we need to send out Christmas cards or whatever. Maybe I only think that we need to send out Christmas cards.
That's so old school. I like
Greg
that.
never really cares about that.
Valentine's cards.
There you go. See, but
New Year's.
So I guess I want to ask, how do you kind of decide who does what and how do you even bring that to the table? Like, I need help. Like,
Yeah.
I have too much going on in my life. Right. Do you think you have time to maybe pick up a little extra here?
Well, even before that conversation, I have so much going on, can you help? What about, hey, what should we do? Should there be cards this year? Should there be a party this year? I'm really invested in there being a party, so can you help me have that party happen? Like, really opening the communication before all the plans are made is a big deal. And then, you know, if someone's really not invested in the plans or things like that, being able to go in and say, you know, we need to schedule quiet time too. We need to say yes to 3 or 4 events, but I can't do 8 events. Like, I simply can't do it. Maybe you'll decide that one person goes or doesn't, or maybe you'll decide that neither of you go, or maybe you'll push through all 8 events. I don't know. There's not a right answer for those things, but at least to be able to have the conversation and to listen to each other, to recognize that you're both feeling that compressed stress. You know, give each other a little bit of a break. If one gets snappy, maybe that's your cue to take a deep breath before you respond to your partner. You know, try to think about, are you taking care of yourself? Are you sleeping? Have you had enough to drink? Water.
Lots of water, even in the cold season.
Yeah,
water.
maybe you're hungry, you're tired. Those are universal ways to get into an argument without meaning to.
Right.
So add some additional stress and expectations that you feel from the outside, then you really can be off and running. You know, some of my favorite words these days are, what's good enough? Good enough. Can we just have a smaller party? Can we have maybe one less item on the buffet? Can we send a few less Christmas cards? Or whatever that looks like. What can be enough? So that you're asking yourself instead of, wow, what am I going to do? Like, what can I do?
Right.
What do I want to do?
Well, yes, and I think the idea of enough has changed drastically. I mean, our culture is so fast-paced now, even more than ever, and people have, you know, all of this hustle and bustle, and they see someone else, keeping up with the Jones, as they say. But how can we really reevaluate, to be thankful, like you said, to appreciate, to go back to basics? How can people sort of start that process?
Make that time, even if it's sipping some cocoa together, or turning on the holiday music or saying, hey, I'm really thankful that you emptied the garbage can this morning. Thank you. Like, you can take everyday moments and bring them into your thankful pot,
Basic
and the more,
communication.
the more you say thank you, by the way, the better you as the person saying it feels. Tip for everybody.
Really?
Yeah, the more you appreciate other people, the better you actually feel. So you might fall into the trap of, well, they don't deserve me to say thank you because they never do it, or they don't do it consistently, or this or that. But just the action of saying, hey, thanks for making the bed. I really appreciate that.
It's no different than volunteering for a good cause. I mean, you're helping a lot of people, but you're also really helping yourself and your soul.
Yeah.
And
I
that's,
like that.
that's really important.
Yeah.
We've got to spread that holiday cheer all year round. But yeah, holidays, say how you feel. Talk about the memories. Bring back old good things. Talk about what you wish for the new year. Make it positive.
Yes, and talk to Kat Roby too, because she can help you through pretty much anything. Kat, it's so wonderful to have you
Thank
back. And we
you.
look forward to the next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And again, for more relationship advice, just call Kat at 906-3392 or go online to robycounseling.com.